What if I told you there's a NASDAQ listed solar company that just decided to convert all their net cash flows from one project into Bitcoin? Yeah, you heard that right. Solar panels, Bitcoin together. And no, this isn't some random startup. This is a company with over 32 megawatts of solar capacity already running. Stick around because what they're doing might just change everything about how we think about renewable energy and crypto. The unexpected announcement. Alright, so picture this scene. While every other solar company is racing to build the next massive solar farm, SolarBank Corporation, ticker SUUN on the NASDAQ, drops this one bombshell announcement. They're taking their Getty solar project, which is built on a closed landfill. They're actually turning trash into treasure, and every single dollar of net cash this project generates, straight into Bitcoin. Not some of it, not a percentage, all of it. Now before you think this is some tiny company making wild bets, let me give you the facts. Who's SolarBank? They're not playing around. They've got partnerships with Honeywell, Q-Cells, and the Royal Bank of Canada. Their development pipeline is over 1 gigawatt. To put that into perspective, that's enough to power about 750,000 homes. This isn't your neighbor's rooftop solar setup. This is serious. So why would an established player make such a bold move? Well, to understand that, we need to talk about what's happening in solar right now. The solar explosion. The numbers here are insane. Look at this chart from Ember. It took 8 years for solar to go from 100 to 1,000 terawatt hours. But then, just 3 years to jump to 2,000. That's exponential growth on steroids. Let's put that into perspective. That's enough electricity to power all of India, the entire country. And check this out. Solar capacity additions jumped 30% in 2024 alone. We added 585 gigawatts. That's more capacity than we've ever added in a single year ever. More than any other energy source on the planet. Even Elon Musk is going all in on this. Just recently he tweeted, "Once you understand the Kardashev scale, it becomes utterly obvious that essentially all energy generation will be solar." He literally said a small corner of Texas or New Mexico could power the entire United States. And get this, his Starlink satellites, completely solar powered. Every single one. 99 countries have doubled their solar production in just 5 years. This isn't a trend anymore, it's a revolution. So back to our big question, why Bitcoin? Think about it. If you're a company sitting on cash right now, what are your options? Inflation is eating away at cash reserves. Bonds? You're getting negative real returns after inflation. But here's where it gets clever. Remember how everyone criticizes Bitcoin for using too much energy? SolarBank just flipped that entire narrative on its head. They're basically saying, hey, we're creating clean energy that can offset crypto's carbon footprint. They're mining digital gold with sunshine. And they're not alone in thinking about solar. Again, Elon Musk literally said, compared to the sun, all other energy combined is like caveman burning some twigs. That's the CEO of Tesla talking. The arbitrage opportunity. Now here's where it gets really interesting from a business perspective. Solar electricity typically sells for pennies per kilowatt hour when you feed it into the grid. But what if those same electrons could fund Bitcoin purchases at today's prices? Think about it. You're converting low margin electricity sales into an asset that's appreciated over 150% annually over the last decade. It's energy to value conversion in its purest form. Of course, past performance isn't indicative of future results. Global solar domination. And the timing? It's a chef's kiss. China installed 277 gigawatts in 2024 alone. That's more than America's entire solar fleet. Brazil jumped 45% and overtook Germany. Even Pakistan imported 17 gigawatts of panels last year. The pattern is crystal clear. Countries embracing solar are gaining energy independence and slashing costs. Those clinging to fossil fuels, they're facing volatile prices and supply chain nightmares. Here's how they're actually doing it. SolarBank isn't just YOLOing into crypto like some Wall Street bets retail investor. They've got a pragmatic approach. Bitcoin purchases only happen after they cover operating costs and debt obligations. They're setting up institutional custody through Coinbase Prime. We're talking professional grade security here. The Geddes project is their pilot program. If it works, they're looking at expanding the strategy to other projects in their portfolio. The tech giants connection. Here's something wild. Look at this chart. The top corporate owners of solar in the US. Who are they? GM, McDonald's, Google, Meta, and Amazon. Amazon is crushing it with a 13 gigawatt pipeline. That's more than double Meta at 6 gigawatts, Google sitting at 5.5, and even traditional companies like GM and McDonald's are getting in the game. Why? Because these companies need massive amounts of power for their AI and data centers. They're not waiting for the grid to catch up. They're building their own solar empires. What SolarBank's doing is taking this one step further. They're not just generating power, they're converting it into digital assets. It's like Amazon deciding to convert their AWS profits directly into Bitcoin. Wild, right? So what does this mean if you're an investor? You're essentially getting exposure to two exponential trends with one stock. Solar's continued growth plus potential Bitcoin appreciation. Now look, we're not going to sugarcoat it. There are risks. Bitcoin's volatile. It could create some wild quarterly earnings swings. Regulations could shift. Solar projects always have development risk. But here's the thing. Even if the Bitcoin strategy doesn't pan out, you still own cash-flowing solar assets in a world that's desperately hungry for clean energy. What SolarBank is doing signals something way bigger than just one company's treasury strategy. We're watching the convergence of energy production and digital assets, two of the most disruptive forces reshaping our entire global economy. The companies that thrive in the next decade, they'll be the ones who recognize that energy and money are becoming one interconnected system. Traditional boundaries between power generation and financial innovation are dissolving right before our eyes. The future runs on electrons and algorithms, and SolarBank is betting they can master both. Elon gets it. He said solar is so obvious that if you can do elementary math, you'd see it's the future. And he's putting his money where his mouth is with Tesla Energy. What do you think? Is this the smartest play in energy right now, or are they getting ahead of themselves? And hey, if you found this breakdown valuable, smash that like button and subscribe. We're tracking the collision of energy, crypto, and power, AI, data centers very closely. And this is just the beginning. Until next time, keep your eyes on the future. It's coming faster than you think.